Okay, today we're going to be doing the Unity Factory. This is so important. It's probably one of the most important videos you'll ever see. This is the future. These are digital twins, and in the future they're going to be fused with reality. And we can go into that a little bit later. But anyway, but this is the demo, so I want to stay on point. And let's see here. It's a free Unity factory, and let's look at the reviews. Looks like one person had a problem with it. That says, "Why is the model pink after import? Where is the factory?" Let's see. Someone else had a 3. I know it's unfair to receive a 3-star rating, but it should be stated this is not made for virtual reality headsets. I wasted more than an hour setting this project up on my PC only to realize HDRP is not compatible with Android, hence could not use it for VR. Please make it compatible with URP and VR and it will eventually be used by more users. In PC version, the NPCs do not move and glow. I don't know what is wrong, but it doesn't work out of the box. Then there's a spline error that is not documented anywhere, and I solved thanks to the comments of another reviewer. It needs more information on how to make it fully work. Okay, so some people got pink errors, and some people did not have the spline system. So we can go ahead and jump into Unity and we can fix all of this real quick. So if you're new to Unity, or if you just don't quite remember, you click on the Add to My Assets, and that will add this Unity Factory into your Unity Manager, Package Manager. And the version I'm using Unity 6 right now. So here I'm in my Unity 6. As you can tell, I already downloaded it. But if you have not downloaded, don't worry. So you go to Windows, you click on Package Manager, and you'll see Packages Spline. So you want to go to if you're in 6.0, you want to click on this particular icon and you want to search for splines. And then you want to download that. And that will take away a spline error message that you will receive if you have not downloaded splines. And if and only if you have pink errors, then you're going to need to go and create a new project, and you're going to need to choose HDRP. And once you do that, you can download it again, and voila, you'll be just fine. Okay, now I said earlier, oh, this is like a super important demo, and it really is. This is so important, like incredibly important. And so I'm going to go over quickly why it's important, and then we'll go over the demo.
Futures. And decipher the past through different lenses. And with million X higher performance, powered by accelerated computing, data center scalability, and AI, supercomputing will unlock new opportunities for us all.
You have your digital twins. You have your virtual world simulation live linked to the physical world. And usually, live link also is an Unreal Engine. If anyone's familiar with that one. But anyway, so you have your virtual world, you have your rendering, physics, AI, and then you have your real time data, and you have your control signal with the physical world, sensors, controllers, and humans. So you have humans, controllers, sensors, and this is very important. So you have your IoT, and you have the humans, which are body to body network. And then you have all the sensors that are inside of the factory. So a lot of times when people are about to be laid off, well, the digital twins are the ones that decide if people are going to have a job or not. And it's going to be the algorithm that will decide that, like, oh, they'll put in, oh, we want to save, well, I don't know, $10 billion this year. They're like, okay. So then they'll have AI, these invisible digital twins inside of here. Well, these invisible digital twins, what they're doing is they're going through different simulations where they're actually working in the factory, and they can say, oh, well, I want, what if we have 20 digital twins working? Can we still get this much productivity out? And so the algorithm will decide, oh, well, you're not gonna we can do this with 15 people instead of 20, and we can save you $5 billion in 6 months. So the algorithm, these digital twins, will decide if someone's gonna get laid off or not. So I'm gonna go ahead, and this is our future. That's going to determine, it's already determining a lot at like Amazon, different companies like automotive. Like you see a lot of headlines, oh, well, all these people are about to get laid off. Well, it's based off of these digital twins. Let me click on play. And there you go. So, they have another screen where they might have workers in these exact places in reality. So this is digital, and there's reality. So there's a whole bunch of sensors on these different machines. If one of those machines break down, it will tell the digital world, uh-oh, something is wrong. And what if in the algorithm they said, okay, well, this is it broke down on third shift. They only have one shift supervisor on during the third shift. So what can happen is you can have a digital supervisor, and that digital supervisor will be sending alerts and contacting the supervisor in the real world, letting him know. Well, in 6G, I believe everyone says the keyword 2030 and 2030. So in 2030, they said that's when the digital is going to be fused with reality. So, meaning that some of these digitals will be, the digital is going to be mixed with reality. So, it's going to be holographic, it's going to be there. And as you know, like Elon Musk has that neural link, it'll be also BCI as well. So, all of that's going to be able to be merged in 2030. And that is the IEE standard of the 6G. So it's going to be a lot of changes. And so this one here, This is very, very important to know it inside and out because everything's just going to be based off of an algorithm. And it will determine who's going to be laid off. So you can imagine like this assimilating the workers that are on the floor. So you have like three different screens. One screen is showing is doing like assimilation of data from the past, how they can improve in the future. What can they do differently to become more productive? They have another computer screen that's simulating the people on the floor. And if this simulation produces more than the one in the reality, and the supervisor like, oh, you could probably produce more, and the person doesn't, then that person can get fired because according to the digital reality, that person should have been able to put out that more output. So that's interesting. And what else did I there was one more thing I wanted to say because this is just the future.
They've got a pretty good kick on them. Can still get a good game. A soccer match at DeepMind looks like fun and games, but here's the thing. Humans did not program these robots to play. They learned the game by themselves. They've got a pretty good kick on them. Can still get a good game. A soccer match at DeepMind looks like fun and games, but here's the thing. Humans did not program these robots to play. They learned the game by themselves.
And that's going to determine layoffs. A lot of people were saying, well, they couldn't tell us why we were laid off. And then they'll find out. The reason why is because everything's just based off of algorithms. Well, anyway, this is a great asset. I encourage everyone to download it, understand it. It's a great for factory, but this is how it is in the real world. You'll see that NVIDIA and a lot of automobile companies, they'll have models like this with these digital twins. But it sure is something. They're going to have something called, I believe, I didn't quite understand it, but there's something in the future where I believe it's called synergy, where the digital twin can actually merge with reality and be able to walk around in reality somehow. I didn't quite understand it. I think when they explained it at the time, I understood. But now I'm like, huh? I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, somehow I don't quite understand it. Something like was, if somebody knows or went to or heard about it, they can put it in the comments a link to it. Uh, I hope I'm not slaughtering what I heard. I feel bad, but something about a digital twin, it will be able to merge with reality, and somehow it will still be invisible and it can walk around in reality because of all those different sensors and everything. So that'll be interesting. Isn't that crazy? You'd be like, oh, I feel like somebody's watching me over my shoulder. And you know what? It might be a digital twin. Everybody, hope you have a great day.